Hi, I'm Sherry from Homeschooling on a Wing and a Prayer blog. Okay, the Homeschool Summer Series Planner series has been just an epic fail. I apologize. It's been so busy, crazy, and I just have not had the opportunity to do the videos like I had hoped. So please bear with me. I'm trying my best. The wedding is, I don't know, less than 80 days away, and I'm starting to panic here. So I have to focus on what's important, and that is getting the wedding stuff accomplished and trying to get my son's school set up, which that hasn't been that well either. All right, let me give you a quick rundown of what I have accomplished and tell you that we will not be starting school the first day after Labor Day, but we'll be pushing it off an additional week simply because there is just so much going on. That's how life is sometimes, but we didn't finish schooling until the end of June, so it's no big deal. All right, let me show you what we've accomplished. The schedule book. I've talked about this before in a previous video. I'm trying to keep all of my assignments and table of contents in one book that I carry around. I showed you consumers math. It just wasn't filled in yet. I did get all 12 units filled in, including the quizzes and the tests. It's mostly important that I know when I'm supposed to give quizzes and tests, and I've also included Money Matters, which is an additional little notebooking activity thing I want him to do that ties into particular chapters. We just keep a little sticky note or something on each lesson, and when we do it, we just move it. We keep moving it, but it is good to know when the tests and quizzes are. Other than that, I usually don't schedule that out. We just keep going until it's time to stop for a quiz. So we got all that done. Econ with Master Books, they do give you a suggested daily schedule. I just print it off and highlight. Now they're saying Tuesday and Thursday for these. We're doing it Wednesday and Friday, no big deal. I have included this in my son's schedule book as well. I've shown this before. I just copied off the first two, and then I wrote down when I wanted him to do it. I'm going to have to change those. Thank goodness I used my friction pen because I can erase it. I also put all the worksheets he will need for the DVD watching, and those are in white, and then he can take these out and do it and then put them back in because I do need those to study off of. And I have all of the Blue Stocking Guide econ questions on yellow paper, so he knows when it comes time for that to grab those. And there's some resources. I still need to add a couple more, I think. But this is his. He will know where to go to find all his goodies, and it matches the schedule in my book. Language arts, I have shown this again. I just didn't have it filled in. I was able to go through the Winston grammar. We need to finish a couple things in the basic, and then we'll start advanced. The learning language arts through literature, we have a new book. We don't do everything. I just cherry pick what I think he should be doing, and then I have it listed, and then I can go ahead and mark it off as we go. The book study has 4 books. The Eric Liddell we've already covered, so I'm going to replace that with White Fang because I know he will like it and has not read it. We will start here. I've got these all out of order. And I moved across 5 Aprils to do last to tie into when we are doing the Civil War in history. As you can see, writing is completely blank, and that is the way it is going to stay until after the wedding when I can really give it some thought. The language arts does have some writing in it. No big deal. And I can always just give like spot writing lessons too. Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. I can't think about it. His reading, the first book I want him to do is Boyhood and Beyond. I literally just typed out the chapter titles, and then I can write underneath the week I want him to accomplish that. I shrunk this in half and put that in his book as well, and then he can keep track on his own. Health, we haven't finished, so I just left it in here. History, the only thing I have done is the Draw Right Through history schedule, which is where, you can draw a picture relating to whatever. And then on the other side, I just put where I think it would fit in our history. And then when I'm filling out the schedule, I can just add that in. The rest of our history, big fat 0. That's another reason I need another week, because I have not had the opportunity to sit down and really focus on that. It's like doing Jenga in your brain for trying to figure it all out. I'm making a Franken schedule. We are using Beautiful Feet as the main guide, but I'm adding some things and taking out other things that we've done. And I need to just have it all in one place. And as you can see, it ain't nowhere. Oh, well. Applied engineering, we're finishing that. Hopefully in the next 6 to 8 weeks, we will be completely done. We are going to really power pack this in. And here and there, I'm going to start working the Apologia Biology in. They go by modules. He's never done Apologia's high school. So I need to kind of lean him into that and work with him and really help him understand the process because it is different from the master book sciences. So it may take several months to get through the first two modules. I don't care. That's fine. And then by the time we get to like 3 or 4, he should have a really good idea of how to do it and he can be more independent. But because he's not been exposed to that, I want to kind of work him into that. If it takes us 3 semesters, it takes us 3 semesters. I'm not going to sweat it. Hewitt's Bible already had this nice schedule. All I had to do was copy it and stick it in here. I gave him one as well. The art study, I do have the CDs, and I will tie in Degas and Rousseau because they are French Impressionists, but it's around the same time period. And Winslow Homer, she also has in that program, and he definitely did Civil War drawings, and I want to tie that in when we get closer to that, so I'll hold that off. I do want to touch lightly on Audubon because he was during the expansion of the U.S., and I love his work. We've also done Winslow, but again, we'll focus more on some new stuff. And then the art that I talked about to start last year, I held off to this year, and we won't even start this till after the wedding. I still need to come up with a schedule for that, but I do have the table of contents in here. So that pretty much is what I'm going to carry around and help me out. This is the monthly schedule. Nothing's changed. I do want to show you quickly so I don't run out of time. I did get these Create 365 Happy Planner Teachers checklists, and nobody really seems to know how to use them. This is what I came up with. I'm going to try the consumer math because it's straightforward. I simply just listed the units. They can have anywhere from 3 to 5 quizzes, so I allowed space and a test. Money Matters, again, is just him doing some reading and maybe small activities, and I'll just check them off. That way I can keep track of possible points, earned points, and overall grade. Moneywise and Penny Candy for his econ do have some quizzes and activities and worksheets, and I'll keep track of that. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is simply just reading, and I'll check it off and then put that into his grade as well. I'm going to try that. I haven't done it for any other subject yet. And I'm also going to try the Tina's Homeschool Dynamic Plus Grade Keeper. You can edit it. You might have to be on her mailing list to have access. It's okay. It's free. Just do it. But as you can see, there's smaller sections. So I'm going to try both and see which ones work best, and I'll let you know how that goes. For the month planning, this is as far as I've gotten. Nowhere. Labor Day, we have some dental appointments, and I have shopping that day, and so it's just better to start here. We also have my daughter's shower on the 16th and the 24th, so I've got 2 showers. The 24th I'm helping out with, and so as you can see, I don't have anything listed here. I do have it in my family planner, but it's just going to be crazy, so I'm not going to bother getting nuts. I do want to show you, this is a homeschoolden.com. I'll put the link down below. This was a free planner download, and I figured for some people who can't afford or don't want to pay for, this is a nice option idea. I'll try and do a video where I show you how you take your materials and create an actual layout. I just can't make any promises right now. I have to focus on what's important, and that's the wedding and getting my son started in school and that kind of stuff. The reason why I really like this, though, is the literature list, and I will be printing these off and keeping track of it in here. She also had like this for completing assignments, but it's kind of tiny. I'd have to blow it up with my big writing in order to use it. So I have accomplished nothing on here. This is what I want to show you. Oh, my September to-do list isn't even listed. So I went on to Etsy, and I also went over to Teachers Pay Teachers, and I came back to Etsy, and I found this. I don't have any programs that make this nice, fancy, dancy, pretty listings, and so I went ahead and purchased this for a whole whopping $2 from Perfectly Organized. She has other things available as well. What I like is you can edit it. You can change the month. I could put names of each student if I had more than one. You can change the dates. It's colorful, or I can print it in black and white. You have 8 lines, but you could certainly separate it, like leave a blank and then put a little thing over here for your other child if you wanted to. I like that it's white, gray, white, gray. You can also just do all white. And here, this is all I need. I just need to see, oh, Tuesday I wanted to get math, engineering, language arts, history, and Bible handled. Done and done. I can look to the other book for more details, and a lot of times, I've been doing this so long, I just kind of keep a mental note where we're at. But here's where I could also list any extra things I might need to do. There is a to-do list as well. I'll let you know how this goes, but I think this is exactly what I was needing. I did do the first 2 weeks, which now I have to bump and change, but it's no big deal. And I'm hoping this works, like I said. Now, as you can see, when wedding and office planning is on Mondays, as it gets closer to the wedding, there might be several times a week I need to take off, and that's just how it's going to be. That's life. I just wanted to share with you. This is all I've come up with so far, but yeah, that's my life right now, and that's why I haven't been able to get many videos done. So that is the basics of our planning. Questions or comments, leave them down below. I hope you had a great summer and you're having a great or will have a great new start to your school year. Remember to click those links down below in the description box, and until next time, folks, take care.